Jaguar F-Type 400 Sport 2017 Review. Revised F-Type brings with it a special edition model that aims to combine the V6's agility with the V8's performance at a keen price. Jaguar has learned plenty in 4 years of selling the F-Type. One key discovery is that there's a band of prospective owners who seek an F-Type with its focus very heavily on driving, packing the agility of a V6, a practical performance level close to a V8, a configurable chassis with an ideal brake-wheel tire combination and a uniquely styled body. They would like all of that at a price well below the cheapest V8. Step forward the F-Type 400 Sport, a special launch edition in the facelift F-Type range featuring Jaguar's most powerful V6 yet and claimed to offer unrivaled driver appeal. Available as a coupe or convertible, and with 2 or 4-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic gearbox, the 400 Sport is being sold globally for one model year only. The entry-level price for a 2WD coupe model is £70,665, just £1,500 more than a standard 375 bhp F-Type. The 400 label is justified by a gentle uprating of the 3.0-liter supercharged V6's top-end power from 380 HP, 375 bhp, to 400 HP, 395 bhp. The 339 pounds-foot peak torque figure is identical in both engines, as is the 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration figure, 4.8 sec with 2WD. Despite a lack of measurable action, experts insist there's a subtle helping of extra poke, response, and a keener engine note when the engine is turning close to its 6500 rpm rev limit. Practically speaking, the difference between the 380 and 400 engine seems mostly a matter of nomenclature. The simple truth appears to be that 400 sounds better. The 400's fuel economy, 32.9 mpg combined, and CO2 output, 203 g/km, figures are also identical to those of the 380. Jaguar isn't revealing its plans for the longer term, but it seems fair to forecast that after the 400 Sport's debut has given mid-range F-Type sales a hoped-for boost later this year, the 400 engine might become a regular production version. Elsewhere, the 400 Sport's specification offers improved value to the performance driver compared with standard cars. The automatic and its transmission paddles are standard, the all-independent suspension, by double wishbones and coils, both ends, include super performance all-disc brakes, 380mm rotors in front, 375mm at the back, and there's a standard configurable dynamics setup that allows the driver to select individual, favorite settings for the throttle, transmission, steering effort, and damper rates. The car gets handsome 5-spoke 20In alloys as standard, finished in satin gray, and there's a standard mechanical limited slip differential. Talking looks, the 400 Sport is very much its own car. On one hand, it gets the early benefit of the upgrades planned for the whole F-Type range, such as the new, thinner seats that improve dash-to-backrest space and look a lot racier while maintaining comfort. On the other, there's a unique combination of features. You can only buy a 400 Sport in 3 body colors: black, white, or silver, and the car gets a sport design pack of body add-ons comprising a more prominent front splitter, blade-like extended side sills, and a prominent rear diffuser. The black leather interior gets yellow double stitching on the seats and doors, and there's a 400 Sport logo on the seats, dashboard, steering wheel, and door tread plates. The thicker-rimmed, smaller diameter, flat-bottomed steering wheel, normally an option, is standard. Anodized aluminium gearshift paddles make a good finished touch. On the road, the 400 Sport goes hard. The sub 5.0 SEC 0 to 60 miles per hour time is effortlessly delivered. With 339 pounds-foot of torque developed from 3500 rpm, plus gear changes quicker than any mortal could make them, the car storms to 100 miles per hour and stays strong beyond that speed, with the engine emitting its characteristic smooth and surprisingly high wail, edgier as it gets into the lower 5000 rpm range. Jaguar development engineer Mike Cross says you can feel a benefit from the 400 engine's extra 20 bhp right at the top end, but given that the 400 Sport has an impressive supply of gear ratios and plenty of low-end torque, the feeling is elusive. And the car is very nearly as fast if you let it change itself at around 5000 rpm as if you redline it on the paddles. It handles, of course. There's no substitute for the experience of sitting low in a potent front-engined car of generous proportions, siding over your knuckles and down the bonnet at the next apex. As cars become more different in the coming years, the appeal of this will become as special as riding in a mid-engined car is now. With its plethora of electronic traction aids, plus that limited slip differential and the standard ability at torque vectoring, you drive this car neatly and quickly. It departs hard corners entirely on line. To me, the flat-bottomed wheel, the thick rim of which particularly suits my fingers, is a particular asset. The best thing about this the 400 Sport is its focus. You're buying it on the right wheels, with the right seats, steering wheel, and suspension specification. And the special model identification only makes it more desirable. If driving is your priority, I think it would be hard to spend more than another £2,000 to £3,000 on cost options on the 400 Sport, because Jaguar has got the specification of it so right. In this day and age, that makes a nice change.